Thank you so much. A very good afternoon to us all. And just as our MC said, we are going to have a discussion. And as you can see, our topic is how female instructors experience, shape, and influence tech education. We're actually going to make it interactive, please. We are on stage, but we are together. So before we start the ball rolling, I would like 2 or 3 people to tell us their expectation after the discussion. Like, what are you expecting? What do you think we're going to focus on? What do you think we're going to touch on? Oh, voluntarily, please. No answer is wrong, please. Okay, I think we have a hand.
Where? Where, please?
I saw a hand there. Hey, my people.
I can give it to somebody for you.
Okay, does it mean we don't have any expectation? Okay, thank you.
I'm only guessing.
Okay, no problem. Guesses are accepted.
Online bullying.
Okay, thank you. Just two. The last one, please.
The importance of female engaging in technology.
All right, thank you so much. Please, a round of applause to them for me. Okay, so permit me to say this. After this discussion, we will explore how women are shaping the teaching and learning of technology and ICT. We will look at the powerful role female instructors play in building confidence, demystifying tech careers, and inspiring the next generation of women in technology. Please, are we all on the same page? Okay, so now I'll zoom to my very first question. Dr. Lucy, Rosalind, what actually motivated you as females? What actually, motivated you, and how has the journey been so far? So I'll start with Dr. Lucy.
Good afternoon, everyone. So what motivated me, or how did I get into the whole tech space? So I am a trained engineer. I actually did aeronautical and aerospace engineering at an undergraduate level. And I think it started from when I was really young. Similar to Jada, I am the only girl in my family. All my brothers are either engineers or something like that. So I grew up wanting to build, wanting to put things together. And the thing that fascinated me the most was aircraft because, I remember vividly seeing an aircraft fly and I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Hey, I'm going to be a pilot. I wanted to be in a uniform like you, but I'm not fit enough, so we'll take it like that. So I wanted to be a pilot. Unfortunately, as you can see, I wear glasses. And at that time, you need 20/20 vision. I mean, there's technology now and solutions now that you can still be a commercial pilot. But at that time, they said you couldn't. So then in my head, well, if I can't build it, if I can't fly it, then I'm going to learn how to build it. So I had a passion for trying to get into the whole aircraft space. And also, when you go places, Neobusao say, programmer now, yeah, did aeronautical and aerospace engineering. Everybody's like, ee. So I also did it for the ee. Uh-huh. And literally, so that's how I got into the space. But my journey, particularly in STEM, and how I worked in industry for a number of years. So I've worked for a number of industrial partners. I was blessed that my PhD was sponsored by Airbus UK. I have worked for Airbus UK. I have worked for Rolls-Royce. I have worked for GK and Aerospace. And then from
Ace,
the
Ace, aha. I think that's how it's going. Ace.
and I remember that I knew I wanted to work in that space, but what I learned just before I joined Academic City, the organization I worked for, looked at how we're bridging the technology gap between academia and industry. And I remember the first day I walked into that office, there was a Formula One car upside down. There was a Rolls-Royce engine on the left-hand side. And I was like, I know why I'm here, because they use knowledge from academia to actually transform their industry. And I always thought to myself that I feel like I came here to learn and eventually come back to Ghana and see how do we impact and how do we shape the way we do things. So that's how I found myself in academia. But because I have an engineering background, technology came part of it. So if I can be a bit geeky here, my PhD was in aircraft systems weight optimization using adaptive network-based fuzzy inference systems.
Oh,
It was
hold on, Dr. Lucy, hold on. I think we take your PhD, what you dealt in, then we move to Rosalind. So, what was your topic again,
So
please?
it was adaptive network-based inference systems on weight estimation of aircraft systems. It's like, PhD, you wait when you're about to submit, then you put everything you've done research together, you make it a topic. But it was the introduction of seeing how we can use or mimic human intelligence using technology. So the start of AI, let's call it that. Fuzzy neural networks is looking at how brains mimic and make decisions to try and predict and design an aircraft before you even have some vital information. So that is when I started to really get into what is truly possible if you use technology to make some strategic decisions. Thank you.
We are proud women. Like, I'm embarrassed. I'm proud. I'm proud to be a woman. Okay, Rosalind.
Okay, thank you, everyone. My name is Rosalind again, and I am honored to be here sitting by an engineer because I'm going to go home with her after here. What motivated me? I think teaching is a gift in my part, and I always said I didn't want to teach. I didn't want to teach. Who wants to be a teacher? I don't want to stand in front of like students because I knew the type of student that I was. Not that I was stubborn, but I didn't like my math teachers and stuff. And I didn't even like my IT teacher. So I'm not going to be a teacher because we got that misconception that when you are a teacher, it's a low type thing, it's not really something proud to talk about. And it's amongst a lot of people. But then the first time I walked in here into Kofi Annan, in as much as I've loved technology, I did visual arts because I like arts, I like painting, I like public relations, so I did public relations. But then when I walked here the first time, and I saw a lot of men, then I saw a few women who were actually teaching. I'm like, ooh, this is very interesting. And I like the fact that people would come to you with tech problems. I want to learn technology. I want to learn IT. Do you think I can do it? And through the course advising processes that I got the opportunity to do here in Kofi Annan, I felt like, okay, I have that ability and power to actually empower young people to love technology, build a good scenario about technology. And that was the first time I entered into a classroom. Now, the motivation started with a challenge. I was challenged to teach. That was the first time standing in front of older people, because this was a training institute. So it's not like you're teaching A for apple, B for ball. You are actually teaching people who are good in the field or even beginners. But then some people who may have had a few researches on what they want to do. Now, it brought me to the table where I had to sit down and learn. So if you really love technology, then you have to sit down and actually learn it so you can teach people. And I say teaching is a gift because it is not everyone that can teach you to understand. So in my part, I am humbled that I can impact something to people, for them to understand, for them to come back later and say, I am grateful that you made me understand this thing. You made me love to do this thing. So my motivation in general is God and the people that I came to meet around me and the push that I had to learn something new and chase that drive. So
Thank you. Please, a round of applause. I'm actually come to do something, a demonstration, before I ask my next question. Dr. Lucy, I won't do that with you. I'll do it with Rosalind. Rosalind, please be on your feet. So between Rosalind and I, that's Rosalind, that's me. I'm here. She's an instructor. She's a teacher. I'm in a class. I see cute woman coming to teach me Oboro. Me, I mean, look at my arm. My arm alone can sugar her somewhere. She's coming to teach me. Dr. Lucy, Rosalind, how is the experience, especially young women, as an instructor? How is it? And please, I want a practical one, like a practical experience. How do you feel like? How is it like as an IT and specifically IT? I mean, if you're coming to teach me English, I would have, okay, or Becca bro for metibi, or maybe Gan, okay, or Becca Gan metibi. But IT, yes. So please, how has especially with young women? I want to be specific on that, young women.
To be very honest, sometimes it's very challenging.
Please, the microphone.
Sometimes it's very challenging. First off, you're smallish. Some of them already have a perception about you. But then my mother always talks about owning the room that you enter into. So I know that the moment I stand in front of you, I am the boss. So I have to make sure that I command an aura of respect. What I mostly do when I enter into my classrooms is to first I'll take a few seconds to look at the faces of the people I'm coming to meet. For some people's eyes can just bring down the aura, But then it's very challenging over time. Like when you enter into the classroom, you're already prejudged. Who is this young, small girl coming to teach, smallish body, coming to tell us what to do, da da da. But then, commanding the aura of respect, you enter I believe in communication, and that is why I really fixate on it, and that's why I learned PR, because good communication draws people's mentality from what they think they know to what you'd want them to think. So in as much as you'd have people try and show some, ooh, yeah, I'm older than you type thing.
Intimidation.
I wouldn't call it intimidation. I don't allow people that I'm going to teach intimidate me. I would say that I intimidate them because I am young and I look very young, which is a blessing. But yeah, I mean, most of the time I try to have a seamless communication with them, try and create a very engaging environment for them to know that I am also going to learn from them. So it is not a moment of judging each other or the Ganse Osha, not Wabon or anything, but then you are coming into a new environment and the ecosystem there. You find it very intimidating already to come and learn technology, and the young person is standing in front of you. Yeah. So I try to give them that free spirit to gear them into our class before anything could even start. So we create that friendship type of relationship. So in as much as the challenges are always there, you try and,
Thank you. A round of applause, please. Excellency.
So, fortunately, unfortunately, I look older, right? And because I teach at both the undergrad and master's level, I think I came into teaching a bit later. So I don't have some of the challenges. I wish that I looked as good as you so that they would be intimidated by me. But what I actually do, a lot of the times when I go into the class, I teach a course called Technology and Society. So what is technology? How does it impact society? So, and it's taught to our level 100 students. So these are all students who are quite nervous because actually it's the first class. And you tend to see in my classes are very interactive, which means whether you like it or yes, you are going to speak. And you see all the girls cowering, shying away. So rather, I'll flip the question on the other side. What I see when students come into the classroom and how do we get them to relax? Similar to what she has said is that a school or a university or a training center is for learning. We are all here to learn. No one knows it all, which means there's no right and there's certainly no wrong answer. We were here to learn. The way I do it, I usually have an icebreaker. And because the first course I teach, I do teach Intro to Engineering and other technical courses, but the first class I engage with students is in technology and society, and I start by asking them, what is technology? Get everybody to relax. Then I go I'll do a classic example. I'll say, right now, me, I'm a millennial. You people are Gen Z, so what technologies are you using? The people start TikTok, Snapchat. Then I'll deliberately mention one that I know is obscure and strange to them. I'll give an example on like OnlyFans. They go, hey, how do you know that? And then people start to relax. Then we break it down and go into the real teaching of why we are here. A lot of the times, the challenges that early lecturers or women face is that standing up there and speaking, and the fact that all attention is on you. But if we focus on why we are there, to impact knowledge, to facilitate the learning, to hear what you have to say, to hear what I have to say, and then somewhere in there, we will both learn something to take away from it. You tend to see that it relaxes girls. And I deliberately, in my class, they say I have a bias for women, because I always tell everybody, and it even applies to men as well, if you are in a university, if you are in a training center, usually there's an admission requirement to get in. So if you are there, you have the minimum requirement to excel. Now it's up to you and I to come to an agreement on how well we're going to get to the end goal and what's our end goal.
Wow. Please, a round of applause. So, enrolling in the university, for us to be there, we already had.
You have the essentials,
Yeah,
and it's all about, so you have the ability.
Yeah.
Now it's just the attitude and the hard work to put behind it. And it's not because there's no difficult subject. I will tell you this. There's no difficult, I'm telling you 100%. There is no subject that is difficult.
Okay.
If you tell yourself it is difficult, you won't get it.
Yes, exactly.
If you say it is only either they didn't teach you well or they didn't explain it well. Once they explain it well, you will get it.
Please, that brings me to my question. How can tech education better prepare women for real-world industry expectations? So, I didn't pass my math because my math teacher didn't teach me well. I didn't pass my French because my French teacher, Oba Kasa, then I'm lost. I was like, hey, class ben krana meeting. Probably I didn't pass my e-math because hey, call math cramming was on my e-math. So how can the education, how can they really prepare us so that we know that all subjects are not difficult?
So one of the challenges in the STEM field, everybody is hesitant of maths. And it's because a lot of the times we can't relate the maths. Someone comes and says x squared plus 3x is equal to 2xy is equal to y. And what does that even mean? And so one of the things that we try to do at the institution that I come from is that we go to the end of what we are trying to achieve, and then we work backwards on why you need those formulas and what they actually mean. So, you've heard all this, Pythagoras theorem, they say parabola, and this, your equation of a curve. And you say, where do I use it? Do you know that when footballers are playing football, they use it all the time? When they kick a ball and it goes over that curve, I can actually compute that math for you and tell you, based on the angle that they kick, where it's going to go. So it's something that is relatable. When we explain it that way, then you understand. It's easier to understand. But when we keep it like, learn the formula and we'll explain later, then you lose the person you are trying to help in the beginning. But now, the challenge that we are facing is that because of tech, now if you give a student an assignment, ChatGPT, why are you required? It doesn't have to understand. So it comes back to the question is that how are we teaching these days? How do we teach you to understand? And how do we embrace tech in the true way? So right now we are looking at changing the way we do assessment. So take home assignments. We all know that we all go and copy. I'm actually teaching my students prompt engineering. And I thought about it for one whole semester. Should I teach it or I shouldn't teach it? Because if I don't teach it, then I can catch them when they use ChatGPT. Because when it comes, it's obvious they don't know what they are doing. Yeah. if I teach them, then I can't catch them. You
Yes.
know? So what do I do? But it is very essential that it is here. So how do I let them get the learning out of it? So now we are doing oral exams. You come and stand and explain to me in your own words. That one
The
computer
prompt?
no not just the prompts, anything. Because
Okay.
if I give it to you as homework, you go and write ChatGPT and bring to me. I
So
remember
we explained the assignments to you.
assignments to me. I remember I did an assignment one. I was asking a particular question, and I asked ChatGPT question of ChatGPT. I phrased the question that I wanted to ask. Then I asked it, but if I don't want people to use you to answer, how should I phrase it? And how do I contextualize it so that it's relative to their community? And how do I make sure that they actually think before they can respond? ChatGPT told me that it's outside its region at this point in time, so there's limitations everywhere. But basically, the reality is that tech is around us. And and the generation of new people that we are bringing into tech already have some skills. So, how do we enhance it? But more importantly, those at our ages now, those that maybe we didn't start too early, how do we get into tech? Because it's here. How do we skill ourselves so that we make it useful? And that's why we have centers like this for you to come and continuously build that skill and make yourself relevant. The world is changing. We all have to adapt.
Please, a round of applause. Oh, my people. Thank you. Uzi.
Okay, so here in Kofi Annan, because it's solely technology, we mostly go for the project based, or let me say I go for the project based because I mostly want to see how my students understand what they are learning in the class. And it helps me find the approaches of teaching them. Most of the time, my students, when we start learning, they kind of find me too serious. But then I have to be serious because of my body type. And that aside, I feel like if you do not invest with your own means, you don't take things serious. And that is something I have seen over time in my class. You would find the older generation in the class wanting to learn because they want to keep up. They come to you, they're like, I'm old. I'm retiring. I need to learn this thing. I want to know. I want to keep up. And then you find the young ones who have all the tools, the AIs, the different categories. AIs even can teach you how to brush your teeth. You have all these things and they don't take it serious. So I veer towards the project based. You are going to look for a real life situation and you are going to solve a problem. And then you would come to the class and tell us how you got through it. I mean, all the tools are available. I will give you all the tools. Even in my class, I give you the chance to actually Google search, use the AI tool. But then you will tell me in your own English how you understand it. Why? Because the whole basis of training people is to find a common understanding. Everyone must be able to express themselves, say something. When I came to this school, I came to do this course, I understood this thing. For me, behind every class that I teach, the goal is to make sure the impact is I understood this thing because I got this person to teach me to understand. Or I understood this thing because I got the right means of people to teach me. So I really relate to what she was saying about AI. It has, I'll say it's good, but it's also a problem because now we tend to rely on it a lot. And because we rely on it a lot, we don't brainstorm anymore. That is why Kofi Annan, we base it more on projects. They work on projects. They do real life simulations of situations happening, how they are going to solve it. Because when you do those things in the classroom, you tend to appreciate the tools you're using more rather than just feed it with an information and get an answer.
Thank you. Just to wrap up, please. Sorry for that. Sorry. Would actually give you the chance to ask questions, but our time is running out. Dr. Lucy is available. Rosalind is available. We are not running to any place. We are here Today is Femitech 2026, and we are here for you. But we need to go so that our program can continue. But to wrap up, I would want to know what is the skill or the mindset that you think women should have to enter into tech?
Okay, so I'll try and keep it snappy, as we said. One thing that I always tell women or any woman that goes into tech is that there are so many things that is attributed to women the way we are. So they say women talk a lot, right? Will you agree? Women
Yes.
nag a lot, right?
Yes.
All that is actually communication. So what you are doing is programming on a day-to-day basis. It's part of who you are. We multitask a lot, don't we?
We do
I'm
all the
holding a
time.
baby. I mean, this is my fourth Femitech conference, and this is the second time I'm not pregnant whilst I'm on this stage. The first Femitech, I was pregnant. Last year, I was pregnant as well. We multitask. We have everything in us to do everything tech. A lot of the innovations in tech actually started from women. So I just want to tell you, no one should ever tell you that as a woman you can't do it. It's in our DNA. Technology is in our DNA.
Dr. Lucy, I want you to take that again. A lot of innovations in tech started.
From women.
Wow.
Started from women. So it is in our DNA. And I encourage all women, don't be bogged down by perceived difficulties. It's all in our mind. Tell yourself, once it is explained to me, once I work with Rosalind, once we do a project and she demonstrates how it works, I will understand. But get into tech. Technology is any device or anything or the application of science to create something useful. As long as you can create something useful, you're already delivering in tech.
Thank you, Rosalind.
Okay, so what I would say is technology is a way of life now. And to be part of the way of life, you need to adapt because the train is moving all the time and you don't want to be the class clown. Oh, help me do this. Help me check my SIM card if it's working. The basic things. I always tell my students or my class friends that technology helps you explore the things you didn't think you'd know. So you have to give yourself the chance. As a woman, you have to. I feel like women have unlimited access of brain capacity.
Hey,
There's
you
yes,
have the
actually.
unlimited access capacity of brain.
Because
Wow.
I mean, if you can do a lot of multitasking, like she
Exactly.
said, mother, wife, all those
Yeah.
things, and add work and go to school, then using your phone to learn something new, it wouldn't kill you. So please, I am pleading. I don't want to be the only smallish person in technology. I want more support from everyone. So let's branch into it. Let's take it as is the way of life now, and it's something you just need to know for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the train is moving. Pah, pah. Don't be left out, please. We all need to be in the train. At this juncture, I want to end our panel discussion for today. Please, a round of applause for my panels as they take their seats. My time is fast spent. Sorry, I would have given you the opportunity to ask one. Hey, MC neighbor, sorry. Please, I would have given you the opportunity to ask one or two questions. Oh, please, a round of applause for them. Thank you, Dr. Lucy. Whilst they take their seats, please, a round of applause.